Hand clap to the massive guys. We are finally back again for the very second reaction video of this here Mystelics reaction channel, guys. Big up the greatest YouTube family out of the Caribbean right there across the universe and the world. Well, across the world and the universe by extension. Big up the Mystelics YouTube family for definitely tuning into another reaction video, guys. Give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Click the thumbs up button right there. That's boom bang. Boom bang it, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another Saturday edition. And of course, big up the newcomers out there for definitely tuning into this year reaction video, guys. If you have not done so, definitely subscribe, man. Subscribe. Click the subscribe button. Click the bell next. And then click all. Don't just click the bell and leave it so. No. Click all so you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there and then. Now, guys, we're going to be talking about a number of things. Pretty much pertaining to something that you're seeing right there. Some advice being given. But, of course, I remember individuals were sending me this video as well of a former classmate of mine saying certain things. In that regard, we're going to be talking about that in a moment, brothers and sisters. But let's check out the advice by this person. Promise is giving us some sort of advice. And that advice here, brothers and sisters, is when you are, yes, sir, when you are, I don't know what that was about, but when you are at the top, be careful of the monstrosity called pride. Be careful. Why? Because pride goeth before a fall. The great book says this. Pride goeth before a fall. So be careful of the monstrosity pride. Pride will make you look down on the very people who haven't attained your level of success. Sometimes, you know, people, you feel like you have attained a level of success, so you are better than. That's one thing I noticed with the world, guys. A number of persons are based in them being better as a result of the things that they can attain, not themselves. Oh, hallelujah. That's church right. Gospel, not there. Brothers and sisters, a lot of people are placing their value not on themselves, but on the things that they are attaining. And then they look upon themselves and the ability for them to attain things, to then look down on others and say, who are you to talk to me? Who are you? These people need to stop their dirty ways. But it doesn't stop there, you know, brothers and sisters. It also says, when you are at the bottom, when you are rock bottom, like Dominica is right now. When you are at the bottom, be careful of the monstrosity called bitterness. So you have the monstrosity called pride and the monstrosity called bitterness. It is interesting that you don't know how often these people are too. Some of us, people working hard, man. Hard and to be beat at people that work hard. When you most likely have the opportunity to do something with yourself, you decide, no, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your youthfulness, man. And you're letting the younger ones come in and do better than you. And then sometimes you are bitter as a result of that. And then you're saying, boy, I don't like these people. Now, why? Because they have taken advantage of the opportunity. No, it's from my understanding, opportunity is key here. And sometimes people can leave and sometimes people cannot leave. But those who can leave should never look down on those who can't. And those who can't should never look down or be bitter or jaloux. I'm sure there's jealousy somewhere inside there. Let me see. Bitterness will make you jaloux, of course. And think that other people are the reason you haven't made it. No. Accountability is the issue here, brothers and sisters. Sometimes it is yourself that is responsible for your elevation, and you from the royal donkey. You brain, brothers and sisters, in. And from the royal donkey, and as a result of your own doing, you have forced yourself to stop. I remember there was a particular area in Dominica where a particular boat was given land for cheap. It's land for cheap. And a number of persons got these opportunities. And instead of utilizing the land and using the land to then bring cultivation, to then bring money, to so forth and so forth, they decided to sell these lands to other people, get the money, they got the bulk of money, you know, and then they squandered it off, they used it, kind of like the prodigal son. Accountability is the key here, brothers and sisters. Have accountability for your dirty ways, don't blame somebody else. And yes, like I said before, some people have the opportunity to leave. And some people may not have the opportunity to leave, but at present within yourself, you see what the government is doing, you change them out. Don't be like, oh, please give me a culotte, please. Push your hand in your pocket and pull the culotte out. I'm just using an example right there, brothers and sisters. It doesn't just stop there. Bitterness will make you jealous and think that other people are the reason you haven't made it when you are the one, you are on the way to the top. Made it. When you are on the way to the top, be careful of the monstrosity called greed. Be careful of the monstrosity called greed. Reminds me of our Prime Minister, doesn't it? Doesn't it remind you of our Prime Minister? I mean, look at where he came from, the humble beginnings, to becoming probably one of the most richest, or if not the richest, Prime Minister across the Caribbean as a result of the very people who apparently were probably either bamboozled or felt like, hey, help him, let me put him back, and whatever reason that is. And then you've seen the corruption and the greed that is taking place in Dominica in plain daylight. Money is disappearing. There's no accountability for monies. Who taking these monies and nothing is being done. No police going behind nobody. Nothing like that. Money, you just see and money disappearing is as if you have a disappearing money culture in Dominica. True or false? I'm making fables. I'm making folklore. What is the word, brothers and sisters? Let me know that right there. Be careful of the monstrosity called greed. Greed will make you impatient and make you steal or seek shortcuts. Sometimes man don't want to work hard, so they go and steal. But when you go and steal and they catch you and you end up in jail, or even not you, but you have developed a culture of volleying that the little ones growing up see the same thing and decide they're going to volley like their daddy or like their mommy. They're going to volley. Stop your dirty ways. Fix yourself away, please. Come to the camera. Stop your dirty ways. Stop your dirty ways, man. Anyways, guys, Vola said it right there. Yes, they see this culture and take it upon themselves while you, as the daddy and mommy, maybe escape. Then, you know, the little ones might not, the offsprings might not be so fortunate in that steed. So do not make your character be compromised by greed. When you are on your way down, be careful of the monstrosity called despair. Don't be, what have I done to myself? Why? You know, guys, sometimes people rise and sometimes people fall. Sometimes this is just a part of life. You know, see, things are going well. You have not done anything wrong. Kind of reminds you of the great book again. Job. The Lord gave and the Lord taketh away. Remember, guys? Job, but he remains steadfast, brothers and sisters. Don't let that despair. And sometimes when you're going down, they start laughing you. The people at the bottom are laughing you. Look at it going on. You're tebe or whatnot. When sometimes it's just life that happens. Life happened to Job. Took everything, and then his friends came in and said to curse God and die. What kind of friends is that now? What kind of friends is that? Anyways, guys, be careful of despair. Keep your head up. You might make certain mistakes in life that bring you from top and go down. Be careful, brothers and sisters. Be very, very careful. Despair will make you think it's all over yet. And sometimes people are not even going on the top, coming down, have despair. Some people at the bottom feeling despair because they're checking nothing is happening to them. I know a particular incident of a lady I know, her son decided to control ALT, delete himself because he's checking no woman wants him. He's trying to find a job, he cannot get it. He's trying different things in the nature of the Caribbean. He cannot take it anymore and decided to end himself. So even if he wasn't at the top, sometimes despair. So that goes all across the board. Be careful of despair. And it's important to have good friends around you. Be content with what you have and always remember to be a peacemaker. If that is not one of the greatest sort of advice you can get for 2023, I don't know. We kind of late. It's the 7th. It's kind of late, but better late than never, brothers and sisters. Better late than never. And this, of course, brings me to the very video that was sent to me a number of times right there. This is it. And this is what this individual has to say right there. Let me make the volume go off so you guys can hear. Take a listen.
You're out there living your best life.
You are out there living your best life.
And you want to dictate how I should live my life?
Oh. You are out there living your best life. And you want to tell me how to live my life? You think it's so?
Darling.
I have no idea what the hell I was about, but hey, you know, when I in the mood, we vibes in, man.
This is my life, my journey, my story. I'm the author and editor, and I don't need your notes.
That's where things get a bit different for me. Yes, you are the author and the writer, the director, the screenwriter play, or that whatever it is, brothers and sisters. You are the investor into your own life. But when it comes down to other people giving advice, it's important. Like just like this person was giving us advice right there. It's important to not put people aside, even if it's your life. Sometimes the best thing you can ever do when it comes down to advice is to listen to people and forget your own self and take the advice. Kind of reminds me of an individual I was giving advice today. And although one of my other people came in and sided with what I was saying and giving that individual advice, and that individual was always pointing out to something else, like these people doing this and these people doing that and whatnot. But what about you? Accountability is key when it comes down to this situation. So yes, it's your life. But sometimes you might be going wrong somewhere and people are pointing out and saying certain things to you. It's important that you do listen to these people and try to amend your dirty ways. A number of persons feel like they can make it in this life. I think I mentioned that some time back. A lot of these gurus, these motivational gurus try to motivate you and say, work hard and whatnot, work hard. Guys, if you understand the true key of all things, working hard is key, yes. But it's not just working hard, but working hard for the right set of people. Being around the right set of people. Kind of reminds me of the story of the rock, where this father is telling his son to bring this rock to the market. And if they ask you how much for it, say 5. In the market, they would give you $5 for it. Then the father says, next time if you go into a corporate business or to some entity right there, if they say 5, how much for this? You say 5, they might give you $50 or $500 for that things. It depends on where you go, brothers and sisters. And it's important that you take the advice of others who may know better than you. So even if we are the authors of our lives, it is important that we listen to learn and not just think we know better than people.
Darling, this is my life, my journey, my story. I'm the author and editor, and I don't need your notes.
We all need people, brothers and sisters. That is a lie that has been perpetrated across the media. Oh, I don't need no new friends. Sometimes the very friends that you keep in are the ones that are keeping you down. I don't need no new friends, and you stay with the very friends that are keeping you down. And you think you're about to elevate.
So when you see me this 2023, before you approach me, ask yourself, does she care about anything I have to say?
I think that is an important point on both sides. Does she care what I have to say? And if I should give her my advice, would she take it? Or will she reject it? So would it make sense for me to even give advice? But sometimes you have to care more than the person cares about themselves. Boy. That one hold me. It hold me. Sometimes you have to care more than the person cares for themselves to still go and say, hey, I don't think what you're doing is right. This is why I don't think that Scarrett has any good friends around him. Because what Scarrett is doing is constantly killing the economy of Dominica. Whoever in it. Who telling him? Reginald? One of the people them, all he talk behind chambers, even Ian himself says Scarrett like to lambaste him. And in the interest of the party, he pretends to be doing good things and whatnot, just for the interest of the party. Who you have good friends around you will tell you, hey, stop your dirty ways. Good people who actually care about you telling you, stop your dirty ways. But because you saw in your own zone, you decide, you know what, I don't want to listen to you. I don't. That's my life. It's my life out there. Is your life true? But sometimes when people care for you and you know that people care for you, it's important that you listen to them. You don't listen to everybody, you know. You listen to those you know actually cares about you. It's important, brothers and sisters, not just for the little ones growing up, who should know who their friends are by, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Trying to get advice. And if there's an opportunity that you see your friends might benefit from you, they say, hey bro, hey sis, hey friend, look that thing coming there. We can organize it. What do you think about it? And the person will say, yes, sure, I can join it or not. But as people growing up, you know your friends by the way that the people look out for you. My thing getting blurry from time to time. Some you naughty ways, man. I don't know if it's some kind of thing that you need. Anyways, guys, let's continue right here.
And that answer is no.
That is an advice that you have to reject, brothers and sisters. The advice that she said there, it has some weight to it. But it all depends on the kind of people that you are around. If you think you are the offer of your life and the people who care about you trying to help you, when they see you going wrong and you refuse, this is one of the things I always tell my friends, especially one of them in Canada. I tell her if she decides, if she pass away, brothers and sisters, I'm not coming to her funeral, Because I tell you what to do and you're not doing it and you decide, hey, you know better than what God... If you end up there, don't look for me to call. Well, you can't look for me anyways because you're gone. But don't look for me because when I talk in those talks and you're still doing the magic you're doing, you can't have fun. But don't look for me. That's one of the things I always tell my friends out there. I am the best friend you can ever have. Even people I don't know, even my enemies are giving you advice because when I do things, it's not based off how you treat me, it's how I feel about you. That's what really matters to me. So if I see one of my enemies going down the drain and I say, bro, hey, stop that now. And if you say, hold your mother this and your mother this and that, well, I will say, okay, at least I tell you. Let me go and hold my mother this and that. Let me go. You understand me? So in my friends on the basis, I tell them some things and they can tell me some things. I listen to them and wait. You have to wait, not just take everything. You wait people think. Weigh what I say as well. See if it makes sense. If you realize you're not progressing. That's another thing on the issue. A friend of mine told me he's much, elevated than me in terms of his status and what have you. And he told me, hey, bro, let me tell you something. You can remind him. If I say, bro, let's go Dubai. I know I have my things made and I say, hey bro, let's go Dubai, let's go Qatar, let's go Singapore, let's go one of them places there. And I have to feel like I have to then pay for your ticket for you. Then I feel like we don't make it. I made it. You may be on the elevation and you don't make it. So that's going to make me feel a certain way. Because if I have to pay a ticket for you to go there and then we over there and then I still have to pay money for you to do certain things, that means you're depleting my resources when you have the same opportunity I have to elevate as well. Sometimes you give people advice and they don't want to listen to the advice. Not on the basis of them not seeing it, Sometimes they just feel like, hey, I don't want to listen and that's it. These people, you talk to them, you see they're not taking your advice, then I believe what she says makes sense. But on the other hand, we need people. When people want to believe they don't need people, that is very, very wrong. You need people in your life, and no matter, based on the advice right there, be careful of the thing called pride, because pride goeth before a fall. Thinking of that very same situation there, I'm thinking of people helping people, and even Siri has something to say right there. I think he's going to be doing this video on Sunday if he has not dropped it yet, but this is a little snippet of what he has to say right there.
Siri exposing, first come, first call, first serve.
So these are people helping people sending stuff and what have you, so that he can distribute to other people in his neighborhood is more in need. And especially the elderly folk. Because I don't think young people need that. Would the young people need that? No, I don't think so. So the elderly folk.
Just watch properly and see what I have. Asthmatic machine.
You want to hold up PP, man. Hold your PP and shake and throw. If you can't get up and you're taking, boy, and to tell you, just pass that on and have fun. I'm just saying. So yeah, Siri has a number of these things right there, guys. He's gonna be dropping the
Everything
video
have to go
on Sunday.
Just call.
Just call him if you know Siri, or message him Siri exposing. You can see his YouTube channel when he posts this thing out on Sunday. I'm just pretty much preparing this stuff for you guys so you guys can see. Okay, let me hit up Siri.
Pampers for elderly.
As he's saying that there, it reminds me of the father who's trying to take care of his son, his disabled son. And they're talking about the Pampers and stuff. I think some of you, if you know these individuals out there, maybe you can ask Siri for some of these things and bring it to these guys to help them in that region. So try a stunt, man. Try a stunt.
And we have lots of clothes there. And
more clothes to give. Hopefully it's not like the Jamaican barrel. When you see people come with bright colors looking like it's upside. Anyway.
The full video will be out this Sunday.
Yeah, so definitely check out the vibrations on Siri Exposing YouTube channel. when he posts more of these things out there, and of course, I guess he, a little Christmas cheer, New Year's cheer, whatever it is, in this regard. So people are in need of help, a little assistance from time to time. Also talking about that, guys. Sometimes you're with your friends, and sometimes they don't know better. They just don't know better. So I'm thinking this is a behind the scenes vibes with Rio making a new music video or something, and they were trying to light a barbecue grill. Okay, let me take out that whatever is in there. So yes, Nenen. All right then. YouTube, mind me, please, eh? All right. Swimming suits, YouTube. Anyways, they're trying to light the thing, and the lighting, man, the grill light up, man. They put a little Kero on it, and there comes Auntie Jemima. The Jemima, so I zoom in. Auntie Jemima over there checking. She want to put a little more, and she pour. That is insane. That is insanity right there. You see, sometimes we need help because we don't know better. You sure? She don't know better. I don't know. Sometimes some of all you white folks, I don't know what all you do there. Black folks too. You have to pray for humanity, man. Because my girl Rio said trying to tell her, no, move on this side. You point the thing right to body. Move on this side, my girl. Move on this side. Rio checking. Well, problem happened, everybody. Problem happened, there. I have to blur it out because YouTube like to, and then look at things that are happening, and things escalate a little bit too much. So sometimes it help. And as a result of that experience, thank God her friends were there. Thank God these girlfriends were there, because she was, I don't know what your hocus pocus you were trying to do. What on earth was that? You said over if I didn't pour anything, really? There's problem must happen. Rio that freaked me out, When Rio realized what she doing, Rio checking, come on there. Well, it was too late. Well, thank God her eyebrow didn't come out. But that was kind of insane. Look at it, Papa. Look at it. All right then. Allah. You must burn down the set. You must. Mind me, YouTube, okay? YouTube is green screen not there. Okay. Hey. So yeah, that was the end of it. I didn't think like any craziness happened. That's how people also born young, That's how people also born young. When you do no better. Well, at least that girl, I don't know, Mamselle must never light a book in her life or something. Maybe she's not from here. I don't know where she's from. But hey, that was insane. I mean, the thing is flammable. Why you pour anything over the thing for them? All you just do all yourself thing. That's how humans just pass like that. But thank God the friends were there to then tell her, no, move. And they came to her aid, her assistance. Went to get water or whatever, or sand or whatever to throw on it. And I'm guessing this whole predicament ended. We need each other. It doesn't make sense to get jealous of other people when you are the one at fault for your own, preventing yourself from your own uprising. Just like I don't understand how labor rights function. Labor rights voting for the same thing over and over, and the next thing after they vote, they complaining for a whole 3, 4, 5 years, waiting for next election for them to get a cool out. That has to be happening over and over and over again. And even if it's not the majority of Dominica, they're bringing people in to come into Dominica to vote, there are still people in Dominica doing this thing. And I cannot for the life of me understand. And this is one of the things I always tell people overseas, and I reiterate it again. If your family there is liberal, keep voting for these people. It's fine to be liberal, Don't get me wrong. Some of the liberals only do voting, that's fine. Because all you realize, hey, I don't want to go in on a team, but I wouldn't dare vote for Mr. Them. So that's I think that is craziness, because you know what the president what is doing, and you don't want to change because you're liberal, right? That's fine. So all your family members sending things for all you. Remember Western Union? A set of Dominicans they pull up waiting for monies for them to cash out from Western Union. Line making ding dong. I think as a result of that, if you know your family is liberalized and they voting and being campaign and all those kind of things, you should just stop. You should stop. Because you cannot be helping people do destruction to themselves. That self is helping them do destruction to themselves, which makes you an accomplice to that situation. Maybe it's me that wrong. Maybe it's me that wrong in this regard, and maybe I just have my own personal thoughts on this thing, and I'm delusional. I'm the delusional one. I mean, I'm the insane one. I'm the mad one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, guys, if I'm the crazy one right there. But it's important right there, and I think what she's saying has some level of thing.
They're living your best life, and you want to dictate how I should live my life? Darling, this is my life, my journey, my story. I'm the author and editor, and I don't need your notes.
I never believe that people are... they always say something. You are not an island. You are not an island. You always need other people. Just like women saying they don't need men. There was a study, and there was another one that went out and that shot in that time. But the one I saw indicated that women saying that they don't need men only when they are in need of assistance for some reason. The very house that they are living in is built by men. The water that comes to their house is built by men. The world itself was built by men. And then women, with the audacity and the comfort that men has created for them, telling men that they don't need them anymore. Because men have created these things. And the maintenance of what they are living in, the comfort, which of course they don't need to see men, they're saying that they don't need men. There was a survey done stating that if all men were to disappear from the world right now, the world itself will cease to exist in no more than 3 years. I remember they did a thing. They separated the guys and the women on Survivor. And they were supposed to survive for 1 month. At the end of the day, the men had already established a proper governance society. You do this, you do that, based on the skill set that you have and whatnot. If you can light fire, okay, this one can fish, get some fish, this one can do this and that. So they set up a proper structure. At the end of the day, the women put the meat that they gave them in a thing, and it was going to spoil. I think it was about 2 or 3 days later when the women realized that things were not going forward to themselves. They went and joined the men. They went back and they started doing their thing and whatnot, blah, 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 and they couldn't create fire and what have you. One of them ended up getting sick, and the producers then had to join in. The producers had to join in to save 1 or 2 of these women. Because if they had not done it, all of these women that went there would not have came out. So we all need each other. It's not like men. I myself would never be in a world with full of men. Fire. But do you ever live in fire with that? You see some ugly fellas walking around. What you doing? What is that? What is that? When you see a nice, beautiful... you see me? When you go pity someone, you see me? Right there. Anyways, guys, we all need each other. That's a point right there. Never say that you don't need somebody. It doesn't matter what life or what level of life that person is in. We need each other. You might feel like you're attending to a certain level and you don't need people anymore. That's called pride. Do not let your pride make you blind to actually seeing reality for what it truly is. We all need each other. Anyways, guys, if all I said right there, give this video a thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. And of course, subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. And I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts not in the first, but let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. And I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom, bang.